Hi, welcome to the Andrew Buckle book review of Masterpieces of Fantasy Art. This is by Diane Hansen, by Taschen. It's 512 pages. You see it's part of their 40 series. Now, it's obviously not the big, super big version. I think that is totally out of print now. It was available. It was about 150 quid. It was huge. This one cost me about £20 and obviously slightly smaller, you can see there. However, hardback, really nice chunky volume, 512 pages, full of great artists all the way through. Now, not all my favourite artists are included. It's about 10 or 11. Bruce Pennington comes to mind. There's a few minor criticisms. This is one of them. Just gets in the way all the time. Personally, I'd like to just rip like that. I nearly ripped it out by accident. But it's just one of those ones that you just think, really, could they have not put that there? It gets in the way all the time. And there's the complete list of all the artists there. So you can see it's got lovely essays there. And also you've got Julie Bell, you've got Droulet, Frazetta, and many, many others. I would love to have seen Virgil Finlay in there, Barry Windsor Smith. I was just trying to think of some. Then obviously Wally Wood would have been great. And Bruce Pennington and loads of others. There's loads of great artists that I would love to have seen. But still, it's got some essays. Also got lots and lots of great artwork that not fits, obviously, the main artist. Still, it's great. I mean, look at that one. Astounding. One of my favourite astounding covers. Black Destroyer, A. Van Vogt. Weird Tales, those ones. Now, another problem, it's not one. It's actually that it's in French, it's in German, and it's in English. Luckily, the pictures, when you go through the sections, they're not the same. That would be terrible if they'd done that. Now, they are different pictures, but you do have the same text. So even though the book is 12 pages, I think it's about 512 pages. It's a lot of pages. No, it's not as big as the one that came out earlier, which was 532 pages. So there must be a few pages gone. And there's nice quality pictures, and the choice has been fine. I love his work. Absolutely brilliant. Of course, why didn't they include more comic book artists? I mean, I would have included a lot of comic book artists. Bill Everett comes to mind. Those sort of people. Again, comic art, fantasy art, and obviously science fiction art, all blended. Of course, there's lots of these sort of things. Heavy metal, of course, all the Warren magazines as well. EC Comics, why no Wally Wood? Absolutely superb. Parrish. Now, again, I would have had a section for him. I mean, some of these covers are just great. The first one included, and I love Julie Bell's work. Here's Julie Bell. Just stunning. Absolutely. Now, I've got a volume or two of Julie Bell, and I think just some of the best. I actually prefer her easily to Boris. Not the politician, but Boris the artist. And then Philip Droulet. I mean, it's just great. I love his work as well. Very unusual. He's acquired taste. He's one of those artists you can think of. I mean, his imagination, it was, though there was always a certain style he had. But still, at the same time, I really love it. Absolutely great. I mean, look at that. I mean, just really, I could never make a head nor tail of the stories. It was just, I quite often I would get them, I think, no idea. Absolutely. Something's happening, but I don't know what. Frazetta. I love that, of course. Frazetta's just superb. Really, it would be very odd not to have a section on Frazetta. I mean, Frazetta's loads of classics. And of course, a great look at that Nazareth there. That's a brilliant cover. Now, I did do a record cover for Nazareth. My one is not like that. Would have been lovely. I should have done that, shouldn't I? I should have done a painting or something. But no, it was actually photos and things. Not the same. But still, H.R. Giger. And now, I'm not a mega fan of his work. I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's absolutely great. And I guess, but obviously Debbie Harry there, acquired taste. Not someone I'd rush to see. Again, a bit like it, the brothers, Hildenbrand, Masters of Light. I mean, they're fine. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong. I mean, but they're not really ones that I would go and buy. I've got one book. I say I wouldn't rush and get a book. I have got one book of their work, but I prefer Jeffery Catherine Jones. Absolutely brilliant work all the way through. Just love. Just look at that. Again, like I say, you've got the French section there. And obviously the German section, it's got a different selection of it. Rodney Matthews. Now, I'm not familiar with Rodney Matthews' work at all. You know, when you suddenly think of some other artists, you think, oh, wonder why they include them as well. But you could go along, you go on forever, think, oh, they should include them. That should include that person, and so on. Mobius. I mean, Mobius is, but that's what I mean in terms of why not more comic artists? You know, Mobius I think of more as a comic artist. I mean, look at his stunning work there. That's Mobius. And this is great. I didn't realise she died. 1944 to 2021. Rowena there. was looking for a book about her and I couldn't find anything. There might be some books, I don't know. But it's just great that they've included a set. I mean, just the work is absolutely superb. I mean, look at that. That is really impressive. So that's just great. They've got a section about her and her work. I love that one, the Conan one. Oh, San Julian. So you've got San Julian as well. Again, another obviously more associated with comic book art. Obviously the Warren magazines, those sort of creepy, those sort of ones. I think there's a collection of his work there was about 60 quid or something. It was quite. And what's on the next one? Oh, then we're on to Boris. There's Boris. Oh, I never say his name right at all. But still, there I tried to take Boris and Michael Whelan. Final. I've got, I think, some workbooks on him as well. Some artwork there. I mean, I really love his work. I think his work's absolutely great. Again, not an artist I'd rush to. My favourite in this sort of Bruce Pennington again. I would love to have seen Bruce Pennington in here. Loads of great work. Just gets in the way. I just don't know why they put that there. It is just so awkward. So you're going to put, just why not just a little, I don't know. But still, a book, as it says there, at least as epic as its subject. But it would have been nice if they hadn't included it. So this is Masterpieces of Fantasy Art. I love it. Absolutely great. If you're a fan of fancy art, I think this book is definitely one for your bookshelf. I mean, I think it's a great little collection. Does it include everything, all the sort of major works, all the sort of things that you think, oh, it'd be nice if they included this or that? No. But what book? It would have to be a 2,000 or 3,000 page book to include everything that everyone would think was masterpieces. But it is a really good book from Taschen. Absolutely love it. Masterpieces of Fantasy Art.